Hello everyone, this is FIDE Master Niranjan Navalgund for Chess Gyaan, and today I am going to cover the topic removing the guard. We can also call it eliminating the defender, or we can also say chopping the Gurkha. So there are many names, but they all mean the same. You just keep an eye on the defender, you eliminate or you overload them and then win the game. Before we go on to the puzzle, that I have some tips. First, you must identify the targets in the position. Once you know where you are targeting, then you must spot the defenders. So when you know the target, you must ask yourself the question, who is defending them? And once you know your targets and your defenders, it's easy because then you have two options. One is you capture the defender or you try to overload it. And then of course you must use the CCTP to get that combination right. CCTP stands for checks, captures, threats and pawn breaks. Watch those videos we have already done if you haven't on these topics. Coming back to the position, we have this position where you can see the queen and bishop are lined up. So we have a target on h7. Then who is defending this target? It is the knight on f6. So once you know the defenders of the target, you either overload them or you capture them. You cannot really overload and try to push this knight away from there, so we can directly capture it. And even if you go by CCTP, there are no good checks, but there is one capture which will decide your game in your favor. After bishop takes f6, the queen is attacked, and no matter what happens, even if black takes queen f6 or gf6, queen h7 is a mate, and so white wins. Just a simple example to show what exactly eliminating the defender or removing the guard or chopping the Gurkha means. Another position, let's say this is a position, it is white to move. You can see there is a pin which we have already covered, but who is defending this target on g7? It is the queen. What can you do about it? Can you overload the queen? Use CCTP, see if there are any checks. You cannot take this because the bishop is protecting it. Can you do captures? If you take knight g7, queen g7 and then give a check with rook e8, the king is coming to h7. So are there any threats? And under threats, you must always prioritize mating threats first and then attack on queen. There is no way to threaten immediate mate, so maybe you can attack the queen. Good job if you have found rook e8, which is the answer. You are overloading the queen with a lot of responsibilities. It has to take care of this, and it also has to defend against g7, which it cannot do, and that is the reason white wins. Because after queen takes 3-8, you have queen takes g7, and that's a checkmate. So just a quick roundup. First you see the target, then you come across the defenders, and then you either capture them or overload them, and then you use CCTP. Before we move on, let's see one last position. Let's say after e4, c5, bishop c4, e6, a few moves, and now in this position after d3, who is defending this bishop? It is the knight. Can we push that knight away? Yes. After d4, we can push that knight away. Now white has to be careful. He has to take bishop takes c6 and get rid of this bishop, because then once this knight moves, the bishop is undefended. So here if white plays knight e2, you can see that queen a5 wins the piece. That's all from my side. I hope you liked the video. I'll be back with another one shortly. Until then, take care. Bye bye.